Hey, what's up, All City Heat and Air? My name is Steven. Hey, in this video, I'm going to show you three things you can do today to start bringing in more high quality jobs to your business. So, by the end of this video, if you can see that I have the technical know how to get you more high quality jobs, then shoot me back a message and we can chat. Or you can just take this information and implement it yourself, and that's cool as well. So, now I don't want to waste any more of your time or mine, so I'm going to jump right into this. The three things I'm going to be going over are content, citations, and backlinks. So, content first is everything on your front page here. Now, most business owners, they understand the importance of content on their homepage, but they're really unsure of exactly how much content and what type of content Google is looking for. So the first thing I did is I went ahead and copied all your words here and I put them in a word counter. So currently you have 558 total words on your front page. Now, why is this important? Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on a homepage. This gives you plenty of opportunity to fit in all the buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases. That is what people are searching for when they're searching for your services in the Charlotte area with an intent to buy. So I went ahead and pulled up the main competition in Charlotte, and this is Horn HVAC. They've got some other services too, but we're focusing on the HVAC. And I plugged them into a tool that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. This tool gives me a it gives you a behind the scenes view of what Google actually uses to rank websites. So Horn HVAC, their website in the past 30 days was found for 333 keywords and it was clicked on nearly 2,000 times because of it. Now, like I said, some of this is for plumbing and electric as well, but we're focusing on the HVAC. I plugged you into the same tool. And in the past 30 days, All City Air, your website was found for 30 keywords and it was clicked on 71 times. So what we can actually do is go to Hornvax, back to their statistics, click on their keywords and find out what they're being found for. Which one and which of these keyword phrases are getting the most traction, the most searches. So HVAC Charlotte, Charlotte HVAC, and it's important that you have the location on here because if it was just HVAC, that would open you up that for nationwide and even global searches. So HVAC Charlotte, Charlotte HVAC is a big one. The biggest one here is HVAC Charlotte NC. That term alone got 630 searches in the last 30 days, and their site got clicked on 72 times just because of that term right there. So let's go ahead and look at your keywords. So you got Huntersville, you've got Bryant Air Conditioner, Charlotte, NC. You got 7 clicks from that. That was 70 search volume. So for Charlotte, and this works for any location, but I'm using Charlotte because Charlotte by far gets the most search volume. So it looks like you do not have that main one and a lot of the other ones. So what you'd want to do is go down the list and grab all these terms here, these location-based buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases, and you want to put them on your site. But you don't want to just put them on once. You'd want to go to the main competitor and find out how many times they have it on their site. So the key phrases that they have on once, you want to put on your site at least twice. The key phrases they have on twice, you want to put on your site at least 3 times. Now with if you get over that 1,500 words, that would actually you would be the authority when it came to the content portion of this, right? So next I want to go over citations. Now when people are searching these terms like HVAC Charlotte NC, studies have shown through Google that right around 45% of people searching for these terms are clicking right in this section on one of these businesses. This is called the Map Pack, and this has everything to do with your Google business profile. Now, most people, including me at one point, was under the assumption that it is reviews that get you up in here, right? But if that was the case, Charlotte Heating wouldn't be on the list, and Morris Jenkins should be blowing horn out of the water. But that's not the case. It's not. It's not reviews. It's not pictures or anything like that. It is citations. So what is a citation? A citation is your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online. Directory example is like Angie, Yelp, White Pages, Yellow Pages. There's a ton of them, and I'm sure you guys already have quite a few. But we've seen that it's the businesses that have between 300 and 400 citations, right around that number, that really tend to dominate this area. The good news is there's tools available that will actually show us what and how many citations each of these businesses have. So we can literally go in and see what Horn has. So for example, if they had like 250 citations, you'd want to go down that list and match all those citations and then add at least, at the very least 50, but I'd say like 100 more. And that would really put you on top of this section right here. Now, underneath this map section is what we call the Google's organic search results listing. And the number one spot here gets the most clicks overall. I'm sorry if you hear a dog in the background. Um, this The main driver here are backlinks. So first you need the content and the keywords to get found, and you need the backlinks to actually push you up in the rankings. So what are backlinks? It's other relevant websites linking back to your website, and they work like online referrals. And the more relevant that site is that links back to you, the better. One second, please. Sorry about that. So, for example, let's say you have a local blog page or even a popular industry site linking back to you. That's what's going to help push you up in Google's rankings. However, since you guys are an HVAC company, say there's a website like Pizza Hut that's linking back to you, that's really no good because you guys don't sell pizza. So that's not really going to help you. Google's not going to push you up the rankings in HVAC because a pizza company is linking back to you, if that makes sense. So I want to go ahead and revisit this tool that I showed you earlier. And this is Horn. This is the number one competitor. And now I want to focus on this section right here. This is their backlinks. So currently they have over 3,500 backlinks. That is links from other websites linking back to them. You guys have quite a bit, I believe. 1.3 thousand, which is really good. But it's not so much the number, it's the relevance, right? Like I was talking about. So since we know that it's their backlinks that's pushing Horn HVAC up in the rankings, we want to look at what they got. So you'd want to click on that number here, and you want to look at all. And since they also have plumbing and electrical services, you'd want to kind of find the industry related ones, the ones related to HVAC. And it's the green links here are the websites that's actually giving them links, the backlinks. So you'd want to go down the list and match all the relevant ones. And if you did this, and it would take some time to go through all these, but literally, if you were to do this and match all their backlinks, and you had the right content and the right keywords, you would actually be in the running for that number one spot. But what would really set you apart and put you over the top is if you did the same thing with the top 3 to top 5 websites. Like I said, I know this would take some time, but it's what would really have to be done to put you over the top, and actually you would grab all that traffic that they're getting. So right now, Horn they are the authority as far as HVAC service companies in Charlotte, because they're number one on the map pack and they're number one in the organic listing here. So, but you've got the blueprint on how to do it, right? so anyway, let's go ahead and recap what we went over today. So the first thing is going to be content. You want at least 1,500 words on your homepage with the right keywords and the right amount of keywords. Second is citations. You want to be in at least 300 to 400 directories to really dominate this area right here and get on top. And then lastly is going to be backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to HVAC companies in Charlotte. If you were to implement this, you would become number one. and it's not a fast implementation, but over time, you would definitely take over that number one spot. Now, like I said earlier, you can take this information and implement it yourself, and that's cool. Or you can take a most effective route and go ahead and book a discovery call with me. Again, my name's Steven. I live right here in North Carolina, just outside of Fayetteville. You can just reply back to this email, or you can give me a call at 910-551-2006. I really hope this information in this video was helpful, and it just gave you some practical tips that you can implement yourself if you want and start ranking over your competition online. But at the very least, I just ask that you give me a little bit of feedback on this video and let me know how I did. Other than that, I really appreciate your time and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.